Yes, you take dick.
You already know what's up.
Never will take it. It's rolling?
Hell yeah. Let me just
My fault.
show them the goods. Feel me? In case y'all forgot why I'm the Hall of Famer.
This is our money.
Hall of Fame.
This is our money.
You bought that. I earned this.
So my money wasn't earned? Let's start the video.
Alright. Here we go.
That was fun. This way.
Today's talk, right? Who's the best offensive player in the league today? Who's the best offensive player in the league? Can we really argue James Harden?
I mean,
We're talking about a guy.
yeah, you can.
We're talking about a guy. Does he not have the most unguardable move in the league today? You know what he's going to do night in and night out. You know who he's going to do it with, or shall I say without. There's no Clint Capella. I mean, does Chris Paul still play for the Rockets? Is he still there?
He's been
Is
sleeping.
Eric Gordon healthy? His three doesn't look like it. He's the only one scoring. Daniel House is a starter. Okay?
Okay.
James Harden is averaging, what, like over 40 his last like 30 games? 20 games? Leading the league, by far, by the way. I mean, the gap between 1 and 2 is bigger than the gap between 2 and 7.
Okay.
All right? We're talking, what, like 4th in the league in assists? Leading the league in free throws, threes made, and he's 4th in steals, Joe. He's playing defense.
Yeah.
Jordy, he's playing defense, and he's the most unstoppable player on offense. We're not debating.
So.
You can't stop him.
Okay.
He can't be guarded. And they're winning. It's one thing if you're Anthony Davis and you're putting up these great numbers and everybody wants to play with you, but you're not winning.
Here's the thing.
And he's winning, Joe. And they're going to make the playoffs once again this year, Jordan. We're not arguing.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Is that no one's denying the statistics he's putting up, right?
Okay.
But when you're saying who's the best offensive player, you can't just look at the statistics and make a judgment, because there's other things that can inflate those statistics. There's other things that can deflate those statistics, right? So a lot of people can make the argument, for example, that if Steph Curry was putting in a D'Antoni style offense, he would be blowing threes out the water, scoring 40 points a game. And honestly, I think that's a good argument. And then also, if you look at if Steph Curry had the ball more, because I mean now he has Kevin Durant to share it with and Klay Thompson. Steph Curry really could have so much more points than he puts up, but no, he doesn't try to put up as many points as possible. And also, he's not in a position where he has to, right? So I think you have to take into account talent as well as looking at the stats. And I think if you look at talent, nobody is even close to the universe of 3-point shooting that Steph Curry.
Here's where you fucked up, Jordan. Okay? You fucked up when you said if you put Curry in a D'Antoni style offense.
Yeah.
What is a D'Antoni style offense? Give Harden the ball and move the fuck out the way? That's what they're doing.
But
do you watch the offense? He has the ball at the top of the key, and they're standing around the perimeter waiting for something to happen.
But here's the thing.
His teammates are doing what we are doing right fucking now.
No. Here's the thing, though. Okay, so you can even, let's just take a historical look, right? D'Antoni when he had Steve Nash, right?
Okay,
like,
I remember.
The thing is, though, like, you can see that whenever, whatever team D'Antoni coaches, this is like factual, right?
Are we giving D'Antoni the credit? What are we doing here?
Hold on. I'm just saying though that the system of like offense first, pushing heavy on offense, shooting, heavy shooting is something that D'Antoni does a lot. And so you put a good shooter like that in Harden, but put an even better shooter like that in Curry in that system, he's lighting them. Oh my God, it's going crazy. It's raining threes.
Curry thrives. Like, he's great. Like, best shooter of all time. Like, I'm not about to sit here. We're not debating that.
Gap between 1 and 2 is
whoa. We're not debating that.
Yeah.
Okay. Curry's elite. But, I mean, he's running off screens. People are passing the ball. He's getting looks. Harden is.
So are you trying to say that Harden's like? Is your argument hinging on the fact that Harden's a better ISO player than Curry?
Not hinging off of it, but we got to take into account that in a not a D'Antoni style offense, because Nash's offense, they moved.
Yeah,
they moved the ball.
What's the similarity between both? Heavy shooting, offense heavy. That's literally the style of play he does.
All right, but Nash had Stoudemire, he had Sean Marion,
He did.
All right, he had people that.
But
could
look at
play,
the Rockets
and he had
last
shooters.
year.
Last year's one thing. We're not.
But
talking
last year, hold on. But Harden was still putting up amazing numbers last year.
Right.
And not because he had to, right? He still was putting he was sharing the ball with Chris Paul. But the thing is though is that both this year and last year under D'Antoni, it's offense heavy.
First of all, before D'Antoni got there, the Harden's first and second year in Houston underneath Kevin McHale, he was still putting up big numbers. They increased underneath D'Antoni. But it's not
inflated. I think increase is not even giving
inflated from 26 points a game to 30.
You act like that's a small jump.
I'm not saying it's a
30 points a game is
okay,
really...
but all right. That jump came when his good talent around him went the fuck away too. All right, let's say you're a good player, right? Let's say you're a good shooter and you can play basketball. Imagine how much better you would be alongside someone who takes the pressure away, who takes the attention away. All right, you can spot up. You know, you're not fearing a double team. I mean, Harden knows a double is coming. And you can't stop him. And you know he's going to shoot. And you know he's going to step back. And you know he wants to draw the foul. And he's still scoring at this level?
But the question is, can Steph Curry do that? And can he do it better? And I think so.
I don't think so. Not by himself.
Listen. Wait, hold on. Okay, let me ask you a question, though. In terms of creating a shot, Harden, one of the best I've ever seen, obviously, right?
But this year, we're not up for debate.
But here's the thing, though. You and I have both seen Steph Curry, when he wants to create his own shot, really fuck some niggas up.
Correct.
And
he can
really
fuck some
bad.
niggas up. And we also seen
he can create his own shot, just like Harden can. It's just that we've seen Harden more do it because he has to. Curry doesn't have to, so he doesn't need to display it as much.
Every play? We're not talking about more so than the other person. We're not talking about someone does it 50% of the time and the other person does it 40%. We're talking about someone does isolation in a Curry. And if I say 20% of the time, that's generous. Curry is not in isolation 20% of the time.
Yeah, because they need to, though. That's the thing, though.
If I told you Harden was in isolation 90% of the time, you would say, I'm not doing it justice. He's in isolation almost every fucking play down the court. And if Curry had to do it every play, would he be as efficient?
But you can't. Here's the thing. Honestly, you can't equivocate ineptness with just the lack of doing. Because just because you're not doing it as much doesn't mean you don't have the ability to. Doesn't mean you're inept in doing it.
No, but we can't.
Do you think Harden is better at ISO than Curry?
Absolutely.
What's your argument hinging on? Because you've seen him do it better.
Not that we've seen him do it more than Curry. We've seen him do it and be effective throughout an entire game.
Bro, but here's the
multiple games.
Bro, but here's the thing.
And you know, and it's one thing.
I've seen Curry do it. I've seen Curry do it just as well when he needs to.
When he needs to.
Yeah, but
when it's unexpected. When the defense doesn't know it's coming. The defense knows what Harden is gonna do.
No. Well, I think that's misleading. The defense knows what Harden's general, isolationist move is, but he doesn't know exactly what he's doing. Because let's be honest, if he knew exactly where he was stepping back, or exactly how many dribbles he was going to do,
no. You know what he's going to do. You know when he starts to dance a little bit, and let's say he hasn't taken the three. God forbid he hasn't shot the three.
Bro, it's not that. It's not if he knew. Let's be like really reasonable here. If they knew exactly what he was going to do, they would stop it. They didn't know exactly.
That's a lot.
They know.
They contest the shot, Joe.
Dude.
They contest the shot.
No.
How many shots?
So Harden does the same dribble moves before he does a step back every single time.
Not the same, but it's about the same. It's between the legs. All right. How much does he change it up? I mean, how many different crossovers before a step back can there be?
Bro, but it's not about the cross. It's not the step back itself. Okay, it's the cross then to the step back that's different. Obviously, a step back is the same. You step back. But the thing is, okay, I can do.
But there's a pause. There's a move.
Yeah.
But
you don't know when that pause is gonna be. You don't know when that pause is gonna be.
Listen, Joe. Who am I?
You put the Chris Carter stick?
I played the sport.
Are you gonna pull the Chris Carter stick? The Chris Carter stick? Okay.
Shut. No Chris Carter stick. But I played the game, okay? And I know that as a defender, sometimes it's just a matter of you know what the offensive player wants to do. How are you gonna fucking stop them? And you can stop Curry with a double team.
You can stop Harden with a double team.
I don't think so.
Okay, let's look at the game.
Why wouldn't you double every time?
No, let's look at the game against the Warriors. Was it against the Warriors a couple nights ago?
And then
When he got doubled.
and you saw him double.
And he made that shot.
And he made that shot.
You think that shot was purposely made? You think that he just that nice that he just shot that?
You think it was luck?
Yes. That was
You
definitely.
think he threw that bitch up? How many contested? You know, Harden hasn't had an assisted field goal.
He did.
But I saw this recently. I saw
He
this
was
recently.
falling out.
I saw this recently. Harden hasn't had an assisted field goal. You know, today's the 22nd.
Yeah.
He hasn't had an assisted field goal till all the way far back as the 13th of January.
Okay, but
Assisted. You know what that means? Someone passing the ball.
I get all that. But here's
you gotta create every shot.
Okay, but here's the thing though. Again, that falls back to my other point, which is you can't confuse ineptness from that it equals.
So just because I know what you're saying. I'm disagreeing.
Yeah.
I'm saying yes,
but
we
you're not
don't
really
know what
disagreeing.
Curry would have done.
You haven't really offered an argument that will really back up your disagreement though.
Efficiency. The more shots you take in
You go
pressure
back to
situations.
incidents though. You're going back to amounts.
Well, okay.
Like
well,
you haven't
listen-
really attacked the argument.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, Curry is a shooter, right?
Yeah.
And if you know, because maybe you don't know what Harden's gonna do, but you know he's gonna shoot the ball. Don't tell me you don't know he's
No,
gonna shoot.
that's agreed.
Okay.
That's agreed, yeah.
So when you know
It's like we know
Curry,
Curry's gonna shoot the ball.
no, you don't.
Yes, we do.
How do you know Curry's gonna shoot the ball?
Because he literally.
He has
always
teammates.
shoots it.
What? He always shoots it? He always shoots it?
Wait. We're talking about an ISO situation. I thought you were assuming an ISO situation for both.
Well, I mean, in an ISO situation, you won't even know if he's gonna shoot it.
Well, and I can say same for Harden, right? He could drive.
Oh my! But putting up a shot.
Oh.
You know he's not gonna give it to Daniel House. Curry can give it to Durant. You tell me that doesn't make him better?
Okay.
That doesn't take off the pressure?
No.
You can't double team the
But
Warriors.
alright,
How
but-
can you double team the Warriors?
As y'all can see, it still falls back on my argument. Already negated this point. You have to have.
So you're telling no. Here's what I'm saying, okay? Because in the Rocket situation, you have Harden and his three best players after him are injured, or at least were injured for a good bit of time.
Yeah.
Take Curry, take off Durant, take off Draymond, take off Clay, and leave Steph with Kevon Looney and fucking Alfonso McKinney. And you tell me they're gonna be fourth in the Western Conference.
I mean, they still have Boogie, still have,
Boogie was injured.
But
He's
you're
back
right
now. All right, for sure. Keep Boogie.
I mean, you still his bench. The Warriors.
They're awful.
It's awful.
They're worse than Houston.
But the backup, point guard is straight
For
the Warriors.
Yeah, but I mean, if Curry's gonna be playing the minutes that Harden's gonna be, because we're comparing, we're
Bro,
comparing situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna say that I'm not gonna say Curry can't do what Harden does.
I think
if
Curry
he plays
would do
less
Harden.
minutes. But I'm giving him the minutes that Harden's playing.
Let me ask you a question. How about this? Exchange Harden and put in the Warriors situation, and exchange Curry and put in the Rocket situation.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if the Warriors get better.
Well, I'm asking. My question was really, would Curry have more points than what Harden's putting up right now?
Absolutely not. And they wouldn't be doing as well. Listen, what you also got to ask yourself is, are they going to be winning games?
Yeah. Dude, understand the Warriors championship.
They don't agree with you, man.
Wait. Okay, just look back at let's look at when they had. I mean, they're Iggy, Harrison Barnes. Like, the Warriors really slick. Like, I'm talking about their first championship. They didn't really have crazy talent with them, right? They were guys that could do this. Exactly. It was just role players and then Steph Curry. Klay Thompson was alright.
But here's what you gotta understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ball is always with Harden. So despite what them
the ball used to always be with Steph Curry.
No, that's a lie. They always moved Draymond. Who handles the ball more, Draymond or Curry?
Wait. It was moved more. But I'm saying overall though, Curry had most of the possessions. That's what
His usage was the highest of everybody.
Yeah.
But it's not 40%. You put the Warriors in a situation where Curry's usage is 40% and they suck.
I don't know, man. I feel like you haven't attacked my point. I feel like you haven't attacked the main point,
which is
that if you're arguing,
what can we really say about it? I guess because what you're saying is I can't prove to you that Curry in Harden's situation is going to put up those numbers. And the reality is neither of us can prove it.
Well, let's see what they think. In the comments, let us know who's right or wrong.
Hey,
because
down below,
I think he hasn't really properly addressed it, but I'm pretty sure y'all.
Look, hey. Who do y'all want with the ball?
I'm getting Curry that